people know us locally and we're trusted, and like we've got a nice store and it's central, you know, and so there's a lot of opportunity there to expand digitally because we've already got that in-person sales like down pat.
Welcome to the Creative and Code podcast.
Welcome to the internet, my friend.
Brought to you by ID Digital Agency.
Kind of a big deal.
Dive into the dynamic world of digital marketing, creative design, and coding with top experts, latest trends, and actionable insights. Let's get inspired and innovate together.
It's showtime.
Welcome to another Creative and Code. My name is Jay and this is
Emily.
And we are from ID Digital Agency, looking after the podcast for 16 episodes now.
Like you say that like someone else is involved. No,
it's just
us.
And a bunch of guests. And I don't know, I like having this. It's like a break for me. We're just like Zoom calls and all kinds of stuff. And then we get to have this conversation we wouldn't normally get to have.
So true.
What about you? What do you like? Do you like it? Do you like being part of the podcast?
I love podcasts.
Fair enough, Emily. We're in our earthy colours today.
Yeah, we're actually in. Am I allowed to say that we went to? Yeah, we went to the Peninsula Hot Springs yesterday, and we're actually wearing the brand colours today. So there we go, doing a bit of promo, guerrilla marketing, one may say.
Exactly, and it's we can talk about this is a little bit about what's happening in our agency. We got the go ahead to start working on the interface designs for a new website finally for Peninsula Hot Springs. They've been wanting it for a long time now, and we've been tasked to put that together, which is exciting. I went down on my own yesterday in my car.
Wow.
Didn't I? And I went and had a look at the unveiling of their new Eco Lodges product, which is pretty awesome. There's about 5 different Eco Lodges, each with 3 to 4 or 5 bedrooms. The bedrooms are individually locked too, so you've got a communal space where you can chill and
So do you hire out per bedroom?
Yeah, so you can either hire out the whole space. There's 5 spaces, but each space, or you can go in as a solo traveller and have just one bedroom that you look after.
Nice.
Yeah, it was incredible. They had this, welcoming ceremony and welcome to country, and they had this this fire thing going, which was quite cool. And then their owner, or one of the 3 owners, spoke, and he was, very much into wellness. He was quite relaxed, and he didn't have to talk very fast, and it was calming. And so, it was really good to meet him afterwards. Yeah. And they had shucked oysters, and they had lots of really good finger food.
That's the dream.
And while I was doing all this kind of schmoozing with the clients, Emily and Cassie we
were just hanging out in the pools. What a hard Thursday we had.
Yeah, it's good to experience it as a customer. I think
because, I've never been before. So actually, when we're thinking about the website, you kind of come in it with a new lens of going in and being like, well, I actually don't know what to do here. I went on the website, I looked at the map, I actually have less idea than I did when I started. So it gives a bit more insight, I think, to actually go in from a customer mindset when you're kind of starting from scratch with a new website like this. Yeah, to really understand what is needed.
And speaking to Barack, who is one of the owners of PHS yesterday, he said he loves everything about Peninsula Hot Springs except the website at the moment. So he gave us some ideas and some thoughts, and he wants it to be really interactive and have like little video tours and really to understand how big this place is. Because if you look at it from the website at the moment, you think it's probably 4 or 5 pools.
Yeah.
And they've got some spa treatments and stuff. But how many pools? There's like
70 or something?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
not really, it's great, but...
Yeah, but like that's the thing. I feel like it's so not clear from the website, or like even how to like navigate or what to do, or anyway. But it's exciting. That means we can make some big improvements, and
No, it's going to be great. And also, you're mostly on social. So, having a look at it from a social lens as well, to have a look at how they advertise, what they do from an Instagram and Facebook point of view, and search and all that stuff. Because, again, they've got, I think, 3 or 4 dedicated marketing people in there. But, again, when you've been in that for so long, you know your product, but how do you promote that product even better than what you are now? they do a fantastic job, but I think, you really got to look at
it's just
what
having
people are interested in.
That external lens, I think, can be really beneficial, especially when you've got this product like that and it kind of runs a lot off tourism. You kind of start to have to think about the local community and how you're actually appealing to people to be return visitors and not just be one and done. And that kind of thing becomes important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is happening here? The huge?
Yep. Nothing's happening.
I think, that's probably our biggest thrilling thing that's happening. We've been doing a lot of campaigns with some big clients and, just getting ready for the end of the year. It's not too far away.
Well, we found out 6 weeks.
Yes. Yeah. Did you watch the last podcast? Or because that's 6 weeks away.
No, I didn't watch the last podcast.
Because you weren't on it.
I only watch it when I'm on it.
Yeah. How was COVID, by the way?
It was great. Good? I had such a good time.
Yeah, good.
I love it.
Yeah.
6 weeks. And there's a lot to get done in 6 weeks. It is kind of satisfying to be like, with some things, you're like, well, let's just do it next year. Like, we can put a pin in it. It's like a get out of jail free card. Just be like, next year.
And it's even less for you too, because you're going away early December.
Yeah, I've got 4 weeks. Even better.
Lucky duck. So, that's going to be a bit of a struggle once you go, but I'm sure we'll manage.
I'm an essential cog in the machine, everybody.
Yeah. And I forgot to put my stuff on silent, so you might have heard that. Do-do-do, which is Poppy. Poppy is our guest for today. She's from BikeNOW. We're not going to do any news. We're going to do that monthly, I think,
there's
aren't we?
no news. I feel like the more we do these, the more we start to realise that things aren't happening week to week in tech and coding. It takes a couple of weeks for things to happen.
Things that I think our listeners will be interested in.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's get our guest on.
You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
Poppy, please welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
Stoked.
Nice. Is this your first ever podcast?
Yes.
So exciting. I feel like we're breaking in the first podcast market with a lot of the guests that we have.
Popping Poppy's podcast.
True.
Oh my God.
A triple P.
It's such a cool
terrible.
name too. Do you have any brothers and sisters that have got cool names as well?
I have a sister, Georgie.
Georgie's a cool name too, don't you think?
Well, I feel like
Emily's
like
pretty
regular names. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know how we got onto this.
Okay.
Anyway.
It's so easy to rhyme Poppy though. Like
Yeah,
Poppy.
that's true.
Yeah.
Very nice. So you're the digital manager at BikeNOW.
Yeah.
And I think you just mentioned you've been there almost a year.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting.
Yes.
And then this is your family business as well.
Yes, this is my dad's business. It's been running since 86.
Wow.
That's huge.
That's crazy.
So 30 years soon.
Yeah.
Wow.
So did it just
more.
originate?
40 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Do your maths
Did
right,
it just originate as a single shop, but it's kind of grown to now you're eCommerce and you're all sorts of things and
Yeah, it's definitely grown in the digital space. It's grown a lot, but it used to be just up the road from where it is now.
Yeah.
And we moved to a bigger shop 11 years ago, and it just really took off.
Lovely.
Love it.
Well, I'm interested in kind of that change, I guess, is the main thing. I'm interested in how do you actually begin to, this business has been so established as a brick and mortar, to then bring it into the digital world and bring it into fully eCommerce and do everything online and make sure you're actually pushing the sales there as well.
Yeah.
And do you make sales Australia wide as well?
Australia wide.
So you've even expanded, how was that kind of process?
We started our online sales during COVID, so I wasn't actually a part of the process when we launched our online store, shipping, being able to ship bikes and things like that. But we established our online business during COVID because, obviously retail was closed, click and collect was available. But in terms of, enhancing our digital presence online, we launched our Shopify store, and we're looking to expand potentially globally at some point. But
does that have its own complications? How do you ship a bike globally?
Especially if it's coming from overseas most of the time too. You have to.
Bikes might be a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, okay, right. It's more just like
but
other stuff.
Yeah, other things.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming you can put a bike in a box.
That's it.
They mostly come in boxes, but
Yeah.
most people like them to be kind of built.
Yeah,
as
they
well.
like assembled bikes. There's,
Interesting.
yeah. So got some ideas about shipping bikes in the future with like a white glove service, like, you know, rather than shipping a bike in a box,
Yeah, it shows up.
it can get shipped to a bike shop and then assembled
That's
at a
cool.
bike shop nearby, and then that
nice.
gets delivered to the customer.
Yeah.
So you might have a network of bike shops that you can all do the same kind of thing
Yeah.
together, and that's awesome.
Very
That's a good idea.
cool.
One
Very
day.
nice.
One day.
Yeah.
You've got vision, which is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I guess in the meantime, are you just like mainly focusing on kind of expanding that digital presence? Is that
Yeah.
like the primary?
So we launched our Shopify website 2 weeks ago. So prior to
recent.
that,
Okay.
very recent. So that's what the little celebration around
Yeah,
the corner
right,
was. But prior to that, we were on Lightspeed, and the website was kind of built in a hurry because of COVID, and you know it didn't have a lot of time put into it. So we, looking to expand on Shopify and enhance the experience.
Because you've gone pretty full hog with it too. Your now point of sale is using Shopify as well, and your workshop,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So you've really taken on, I guess, the last 10 months of doing this yourself.
Yeah.
And your dad doesn't know too much about online e-commerce stuff. and he's-
Unfortunately not. He's learning though.
So what was
He's
that
a quick learner.
conversation like 11 months ago or whatever, when did he ask you or you suggested to come on?
I
as part
came
of it?
into the business after having a career change, and I took one look at the online store and I was like, okay, I tried to make Lightspeed work. It was really hard to use. It was it was really difficult. So I've had experience in the past with Shopify, and I just investigated if it would be possible to kind of switch platforms, and like looked at the costs and how much money we could potentially save. Turns out, it is the best decision for the business going forward. Like, we save so much money, and you know, we're
Nice.
thinking forward, and Shopify is just incredible in my opinion.
Yeah, the ease of use is like
Yeah.
crazy, and all the integrations, and just
Yeah.
I feel like now e-commerce can be so streamlined and easy, and especially if you're coming into businesses where there's nothing to build upon, amazing.
But when you were saying you had a career change, I think you were working at Fenton and Fenton before as
Yes.
well. Was that part of the marketing?
Yeah, I was working at Fenton and Fenton as an e-commerce coordinator, and I kind of learnt everything on the
And that was
on the
with
job.
Shopify too?
That was with Shopify.
Okay.
We were using Lightspeed though for our inventory, so it was like connected. So I learnt how. Yeah, I didn't want that to be a thing at BikeNOW, just based on my experience in that. And then I was at Snooze, the mattress company.
Oh, right. Captain
nice.
Snooze, which became
Captain
Snooze.
Snooze, yeah, as a e-commerce specialist. So I
Oh,
learned
gee,
a
so
lot.
it's ingrained in you. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. It's so much fun.
Talking about Shopify too, there's themes that you can buy online, that you can do it yourself, you can get other people to do it. What was your process when you first started working, knowing that Shopify is the platform that you wanted to go for? What were the kind of things that you'd learned in the past that you knew you had to get right as part of your Shopify build for BikeNOW?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Oh, geez. I think workflow automation and being able to like work smarter, not harder. With e-commerce, the great thing about it is you can create like so many workflows, and Shopify is great because it has some really powerful apps. So you can kind of, you spend a lot of time creating these things in the background, but they help you out in the long term, like automations, workflows, etc. So yeah, that was like a big thing that I wanted to implement. I'm still working on it now because I haven't had a lot of time to look into the details.
Yep.
Just trying to get the site launched, but that was one thing that I learned how to do in my first job in e-com.
I think too with Shopify, there's no point where the site's going to be ready to go live. And
Yeah.
I think you realised as well, like we've got the plugins, we've got the delivery, we've got the shipping, we know the rules and we know the workshop has to be in there. That's pretty much it. Let's get it live.
Yeah.
There were things that when we saw it, schema code and OG and some search optimization and stuff needs to still be there, but you really have to just get it up.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
So what are the kind of things now that you've gone live that you're working on with the platform?
Refining things now that it's live.
Yeah. Like Google Merchant Center, we've been looking at that and we can see that starting to get traffic through.
Starting to pick up, starting to add that as a channel. I guess, at the moment I'm just refining how products appear on the website and just making them attractive. Like I want to work on the website cosmetically because I haven't had a lot of time to do that.
Yeah.
But I guess that's it. Just the cosmetic appearance and how collection pages are structured. I think it's really important.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Product tags and product types and how collections are structured. That's also what I'm working on right now. Yeah.
Cool. In the last episode too of the podcast, it was just me talking to myself with the camera, so that was fun. But we were talking about backlinks and how important they are. We've had a look as well on things such as podcasts are really important because the links in there get a really high authority score. So having your BikeNOW link as part of this show notes should help, which is great.
Awesome.
But on the other side, there are other tools like Pinterest, which has a 100 authority score too. It's the highest you can get. And there are, like you were saying before, powerful plugins that you can get for Shopify where your images of your products can go onto Pinterest quite easily, provide the descriptions and links into that particular product page and to beef up your reputation and your backlinking. So there's always things that you can do. It's just really putting them into a priority.
I feel like every time I speak to you, just have so much knowledge. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to somehow write all this down.
And that's the thing. Like that's why I think we love the podcast because some of this stuff that we know. Like other people can do themselves really easily. Like if you just type in Shopify Pinterest, you'll find some apps and things that might be $10 or might be free. Yeah. But it saves you so much time by doing it that way.
And it's advertising. If you at the click of a button, you just uploads it. You don't need to spend any extra time if the product listing exists.
Yeah, because it does two things. You get your links, heaps and heaps of links, depending on how many products. It'll be hundreds of thousands of links coming through to you from Pinterest, which is great. But then you might have people that are bike enthusiasts that are on Pinterest looking for photos. They see a bike that they're like, man, I've always wanted that.
Yeah.
Can cause a conversion through too. So yeah. And once you've got Shopify based on your tier, you might be on a $60 tier or whatever it is per month.
Okay.
That doesn't really change too much with the amount of viewers or visitors that are coming through, which is great. Wow. It's not charged on bandwidth. So, pump through as many as you can.
I definitely need to look into that.
Yeah,
I have got Pinterest app downloaded. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
So much more. There's Google remarketing, Facebook remarketing, using their Facebook pixel codes. And I'm sure you're over that too. So it's, it's
I feel
exciting.
like Google has some really good ones now, integrating with like e-commerce, with like the shopping tab, and like all the promotions you can do in there through Merchant Center and everything. It's just, it's crazy. It's kind of taking off a little bit more.
Yeah.
With now BikeNOW, you've got you as your e-com specialist, or what's your role?
Digital manager.
Digital manager.
I don't know.
Sounds good. Sounds sucky, but it's good.
It's fun.
And then you've got another guy that looks after Pinterest, I think, and does some promo content, and he's quite new.
So we've got a guy in to do our social media. So he's posting on, if I can remember correctly, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
TikTok, maybe.
TikTok.
Yep. There's a lot of channels there.
A lot of channels.
Yeah. And how do you find managing him? Is there a schedule and stuff that you put towards him, or he's kind of...
He kind of has free reign. He's really creative. I kind of give him ideas about what content I want created, and he slowly chips away.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Poor thing.
Does he have some KPIs? Have you set to say, look, we want to get these many visitors or referrals coming from these particular platforms? Okay.
Not yet.
Yep.
Although I would love some ideas about how to set them. No, I haven't given him any targets. But yeah.
Sometimes it's good just to throw the fishing rod in the water and see what bites.
Yeah, I feel like also because you've kind of only just re-established like this digital presence with the new store and stuff that's launched, like it's kind of hard to start measuring things right away. To get people through and actually converting. Yeah, and all the setup takes ages.
And in terms of like the website promotion, I've kind of wanted to hold off a little bit until it's all
bug free.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, he's you know, should we post about the new website? Should we try and drive some new traffic? And
No, not yet.
not yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just hold off like another couple of weeks at least until I have some more time to look at
Being confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess also what you want to be promoting on social, also you want to feed through with like the stories and the website, and until you have all of that established, it can kind of be a futile exercise to be like, go to the website, and then everyone just drops off immediately because nothing interesting is on there.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or like there's dead links or something.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
realised there was a dead link on the homepage the other day. I was like, oh, whoops, whoopsie.
Happens all the
my
time.
bad.
Yeah.
And given the experience that you've got at some of the other places like Fenton and Fenton, are you finding too, now that you're working for yourself and with your family, that you might be missing out on some of the networking or some of the, I don't know, the insights that you could have, or working with other people that have your same interests?
Yeah, 100%. That's a little bit of a downfall with working for your family business, although you get like the satisfaction of helping your family out and like, I guess, bringing my skills into a business that otherwise wouldn't probably have invested in someone who knows about digital. It just kind of would have stayed as it was. I do miss, I used to work in the Commons, so like Central House.
Yeah. Which one were you in? You were in
South Yarra.
Oh, South Yarra. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Wilson Street. And there's just so many like-minded people I used to work with, like from, you know, the guy that trained me in digital, he was so knowledgeable, and, you know, the marketing team, and you miss that kind of influence and being able to, I guess, I don't know, rub shoulders with people who you admire. I don't know.
I guess you've got the opportunity now to like build your own, and you can be that person
build the empire at BikeNOW.
For like your own team, because I feel like it's quite a rare like opportunity to be able to like basically build up like ground up from the digital for like a business like this that's already so established. You know, that's like incredible.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity. I agree. Like there's a lot of opportunity, especially with BikeNOW. We're such a I wouldn't go as far as well known, but just like what's the word I'm looking for? Like people know us locally, and we're trusted, and like we've got a nice store, and it's central, you know, and so there's a lot of opportunity there to expand digitally because we've already got that in-person sales down pat. So I am looking forward to seeing how things go in the next couple of months, especially in the next year, looking back and seeing all the hard work hopefully has paid off. There's targets I have with the online store, but hopefully
because Christmas is coming up, hopefully that's going to be a busy time too, and we'll probably see your Instagram guy going around with a Christmas hat on or something on his bike, and
thank you for the idea.
No, I mean that's just a cheesy standard kind of one, but I'm sure there'll be something you can, you know, spin the wheel and you could have prizes on it for people coming in, like in person or
that's a really good
whatever.
idea as well.
So, there's plenty to do.
Yeah, I'm also interested in like, I guess because you have only been there like after COVID, but I'm just thinking like business kind of, you picked up e-com during COVID. And then I feel like bikes like had a big resurgence during COVID because everyone was like, we're going to exercise, we're going to do that.
It was
and then
really
like
everything you could do.
Well, that's it. There was nothing to do.
Bike riding.
But then like now, like is it a bit? I mean, I guess generally it would be slower, but I'm just like curious of the bike industry and like where do you kind of go when like. I don't know anything about bikes, if it's obvious. But, like, I feel like there's only so many innovations that can happen in bikes. It's not going to have, like, a revolutionary...
That's true.
Right? It's amazing you say that, but there is a lot of technology behind it.
I mean, I can imagine.
There's heaps of technology, but times are changing. You know, people, like, driving cars is getting more expensive, you know, infrastructure, etc. But I, from my understanding, like, retail is, to answer your question, retail is suffering a little bit at the moment everywhere.
Yeah.
Naturally. The bike industry, from what I understand, we've borrowed sales from COVID because a lot of people bought their bikes. And then now we're kind of having to find ways to, I guess, sell bikes in a different way.
Encouraging it like a health perspective or...
That's it.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
We, I don't know, I feel like you know, the population of Melbourne is going up, and you know, people don't want to drive their car as much. So yeah, that's I guess a point of interest with bikes. Like, it's just a form of transport. It's good for your health. Yeah.
Mental health as well. It's not. It's good for your physical health, but when I was doing electric skateboard reviews 3 or 4 years ago, they got to a point where, you know, they sold enough electric skateboards to people who were enthusiasts or were interested in it. You know, these like 40-year-olds that were trying to still be cool, me kind of thing. But then they had to find different avenues of why these are good things.
Exactly.
And it was going out on group rides and connecting with people that are like-minded, and just doing something different and having a hobby and interest that, you know, beats the go to work, go home, go to work kind of
I couldn't have said
process.
it better myself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
So-
exactly what I was trying to say, but struggled. So thank you, Jay. Exactly.
But I think that's a part of not only marketing and some of the sustainable marketing that I've seen out there recently, and some of the events that I've been to. It's not just marketing to sell something to someone that they don't need. This is something that I think people can really resonate with and have an impact on their life, especially if you're feeling sluggish or feeling down and out, or you don't have any friends. Like, I've got so many family friends, or that just don't have mates.
Yeah.
Because during COVID, or they're just too busy with their own family, they've forgotten about what friendship is meant to be.
Yeah.
And these types of things, I see as well. Some of the mates that I know down in my area, they go out at 5 o'clock in the morning and just do laps together, and they try and beat each other, and then they try and encourage each other. And
it's like a Strava thing, like out for coffee afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Strava's massive.
Strava's massive, exactly. That's a massive part of bike riding, is Strava. Doesn't happen unless it was on Strava.
Do you know what Strava is?
Interesting. You track your exercise, right? Your runs, your bike rides.
But Strava's gone even further than that. That for a particular, let's say, a bike ride that you did, and you pushed yourself harder, that it's got AI in it now that says you did a great job, your endurance up hills, and your elevation was changed now, and you know, keep pushing yourself, and it's crazy. And then your friends can see it, and they motivate you, and it's pretty cool.
Someone likes the workout that you did, and you're like, yes.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can follow.
People are noticing my efforts.
Yeah, but I think all these things can kind of tap into saying, look, you need a bike, get a good bike, get something that's going to last, and 100%. That's going to keep you on the road. But the after sale stuff, your workshop and the tech, like, found out the other day that you can now get Bluetooth gears that don't have actually cables going down.
I did mention that the other day,
Yeah, one of the guys, last week's podcast guy, he was like, if I change my gear, it changes it down. And
wow.
Yeah, so it's there's always innovation and fun things to talk about in bikes.
Yeah.
Especially the Lycra crew. So the old guys that go out in their full onesies.
Yeah.
Classic.
There's some diehards, absolute, and they all wear the same, you know, Lycra and part of the club.
Yeah.
That's
a good look.
So where can you see, not just for BikeNOW, e-commerce taking you? Where do you see yourself going? Like, do you feel like maybe in the next 3 or 4 years you'll have done what you needed to do for your dad, and he's on his way, and he might be able to hire someone that can just do the day-to-day? Do you see yourself then going, I want to expand, I want to get into something that is bigger?
Definitely. I don't see myself working for the family business forever, that's for sure.
Sorry, Dad.
I think at some point I'll be ready to move on, and I'll be able to train someone. Hopefully it will be easier in a few years' time, or whenever the time comes. Yeah. Not right now. Just
when it's established, it'll be
but I'm not really sure what the future holds. I would love to join a team again one day, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's maybe working for a big fashion label that just churns this stuff out, or it could be just the startups. Like, what was that cookie brand in America that came here?
What, Crumble?
Crumble. That, you know, they're just absolutely killing it over there.
Wow.
And little niches might be
things like that's it. Digital, it applies to every business ever. So I feel like that's the thing, you can do anything.
But every individual is different. Like, I realised, you know, the few jobs that I've had in e-com, I realised that I really like working for like smaller brands or small teams rather than like a large corporate. Yeah. You just understand what you like, and if I was to move on, I think I would want to join a small, tight-knit team. That's kind of more my vibe rather than being like a small cog in like a big
giant.
Yeah.
I've never had that experience of working for a large enterprise, and I've found just through my cousins, like our first person that we had, she worked at Deloitte, and then there's been people that have started working here. Flo, for instance, have worked at huge agencies. The burnout rate is incredible.
Yeah.
And you are one of those little cogs.
Tiny little.
Yeah, so I think that's why a lot of people like the more boutique-y kind of smaller agencies, or just working for your family or whatever, because you get such a bigger
that's
output out of it. Yeah.
Like, just having so much more responsibility and feeling like you're actually making a difference rather than, I don't know, just having like a little pigeonhole role, just waiting for someone else to do a job before you can, continue on with what you were doing.
Yep.
Like, you're not allowed to do.
Yeah, well, speaking about one of our other team members working for a telco, she would be not working for weeks, just waiting for something to be approved. And she's like, I've got time. What can I do? It's like, no, just wait.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting around, and it's got to be so deflating. Whereas I think, for most of us here, you've got to be nimble and agile, and you've got to be flexible. And you might be doing e-commerce, or you might be taking photos, you might be briefing someone in on an Instagram campaign, or it might be your dad saying we need to raise all the prices or lower them, or whatever it is. And you've got to figure out a way to do it. So
I'll stop what I'm doing right now and I'll come back to that.
Yeah, and prioritising. And that's what I love. Like, I don't know about Emily, but I come in every day and I have no idea what's going to happen.
Same with me. Like, I haven't...
Do you love that? No. You like a strict schedule.
I like to know what's going to happen. I want to... Anyway.
It's
business.
Yeah, you just never know what's going to happen sometimes. Like I have things to do today, and then it gets to 3 o'clock, and you're like, oh, crap, I didn't get time to do that.
I'll put that into the next thing.
Dragged somewhere, and then the job is postponed till the next day, and then I'm over.
Always the case.
Yeah.
Totally.
Should we do the speed round?
Let's do the speed round. We didn't do this last time because Emily wasn't here with our last guest, but it's just a bunch of questions, answer as quickly as you can.
Okay.
And we might ask you afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is easy. Speed round. I feel like we need a speed round like intro. We don't have one. Creative or code?
Creative or code?
Yeah.
Creative.
Nice. Favorite design tool?
Oh, favorite design tool? Shopify.
Shopify's everything.
Shopify does it all.
I meant to say Photoshop.
Yes. Okay. Your favorite website?
My favorite website. Oh.
Well, Shopify.
Shopify.com. Favorite website? That's hard. I'm going to just say Fenton because it's amazing.
That is a good one. How many hours per week do you work?
40.
Nice and simple.
Nice.
Convenient. Yep.
What's the first app you open every day?
Shopify.
How many sales?
That's dedication. Oh my goodness me. Coffee or tea?
Shopify.
Shopify. Coffee.
Dark mode or light mode?
Dark mode.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
All the correct answers so far. Work from home or work from office?
It's changed. It's now work from office.
Nice. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
What's your favourite font?
Oh, jeez.
It's a big question.
I honestly don't know. I don't know enough
What's
fonts.
the BikeNOW font? Do we know?
Serpentine.
There you go. That's
Serpentine. That's the best one in the world.
Yeah, sounds.
Does that sound familiar?
Right. Yeah.
Design or spec?
I don't know.
Like, do you like writing specifications, or you rather be doing something creative?
Doing something creative. Design.
Nice. What's your favourite snack while working?
Kit Kat.
That's a good one. Do you have pineapple on your pizza?
Yes.
Finally.
Nice.
Yeah.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
City or country?
Country.
Nice. Final question. Would you rather time travel into the past or into the future?
Into the past.
Where would you go in the past?
Oh, good question. I'd probably go to some of the holiday spots I've been to over the years.
Oh, very nice.
That's a cool idea.
Relive it.
That is.
Yeah.
I like that. It's very like kind of noble answer.
Like
not messing
Bali,
with anything.
seeing what that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It was so different.
Like I don't have much memory before I was like 11. Like, it's really weird. And we went to, my family took me to Fiji, we went to Europe, we went to Disneyland.
You got all the
I have
photos,
no memory of that. Like, I don't remember Disneyland. How sad is that?
Damn, I remember it, but I was there when I was 19 or something.
Yeah.
So not,
I would hope that you would remember
good.
when you were 19.
It just makes me think, like, if I ever have kids, I'm like, do I take them traveling after they turn, like, 11? Otherwise, they won't remember anything.
That's a good point.
Yeah, true. I like that. Very good answer. Like, that's a unique one. Well, that is it. End of speed round.
Yeah, so thanks for coming along. If you ever need a bike anywhere in Australia or equipment or workshop or maintenance or whatever, BikeNOW.com.au is the place to go on Queen's Road? Kings Street?
Kingsway.
Kingsway, because it becomes
Kingsway.
Queen's, doesn't it?
Yeah, it becomes Queen's, but yeah, we're on the corner of Kingsway and Dorcas Street, so we've got parking out the back.
Easy.
So, yeah, plenty of
You
parking.
can check it out, lots of stock.
Yep.
Yep.
Apparel.
Or go online to Shopify.
Go on to my favourite word ever, Shopify. Yeah.
Thanks for coming along.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in to the Creative and Code podcast.
That's all, folks.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and found it as inspiring and entertaining as we did. Remember, there are plenty more episodes to explore, so make sure you keep listening for more creative insights and coding tips. A big shout out to our amazing sponsors and the team at ID Digital Agency for making this podcast possible. Got a story to share or want to be a guest on our show? We'd love to hear from you. Send us a 2-minute or less audio clip to creativeandcode@iddigital.com.au. Suggestions, ideas, or just want to say hi, we're all ears. Thanks again for listening. Until next time, stay creative and keep coding.